Hi, welcome to our math. Today I'm doing a series of videos on quadratic equations. Okay, Jennifer hit a golf ball from the ground and it followed the projectile h of t equals negative 0.04 t squared plus 1.6 t plus 2, where t is the time in seconds and h is the height of the ball in feet. Find the vertex of the graph. All right, so what I really want to do is I first want to talk about what this looks like. Because this is negative, it's downward facing, which makes sense. She hits the ball, it flies, and it lands. The vertex is right here. It's the highest point that the ball is before it starts its downward fall because of gravity. So to find the vertex, we do t equals negative b over 2a. Well, what are b and a? A quadratic is anything in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are the numbers multiplied to your squared term and your single term and your constant. So in the case of this quadratic, a is negative 0.04, b is 1.6, and c is 2. So t is equal to negative 1.6 divided by 2 times negative 0.04, which is going to be negative 1.6 divided by negative 0.08, which is going to be 20. Now to figure out, so it means it's going to be after 20 seconds, and then to figure out how high it is, we put that in to the original equation. So h of 20 is going to be negative 0.04 times 20 squared plus 1.6 times 20 plus 2. We put that into our calculator and we get 18. So our vertex is 20, 18. Okay. I'll rewrite it over here in case. What is the maximum height? Well, we just figured out the maximum height is 18 feet. All right, when will the ball hit the ground? So it says that it's hit from the ground, but it's really not. It's really hit from somewhere a little bit higher up. But when will it hit the ground? Well, it's going to hit the ground way over here. So what we're really doing is we're trying to find, if we think of this as our x-axis, we're trying to find when it hits the axis. To do that, we use something called the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Notice the negative b over 2a is right there, that piece we used for the vertex. So we already have our a, b, and c. And we're going to switch the x to a t again because that's our input variable. T equals negative b, negative 1.6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, 1.6 squared. I always put b squared in parentheses, positive or negative, so I just get into the habit, minus 4ac all over 2a. 2 times negative 0.04. I calculate what's under the square root first. So t is equal to negative 1.6 plus or minus the square root of 2.88 all over negative 0.08. So then I have, this plus or minus means there's two solutions. X is negative 1.6 minus the square root of 2.88 over negative 0.08, or negative 1.6 plus the square root of 2.88 over negative 0.08. So if I throw each of these into my calculator, I get that x is equal to 41.2 or negative 1.2. And that's because she's really hitting the ball at this point. And so if she hit it backwards at the exact same angle and everything, it would hit the ground behind her. But this is the real time. I guess these all should be T's. So when will it hit the ground? It will hit the ground after 41.2 seconds. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.